What we found in your room justified all our fears. How long have you been reading these horrid books?
That old black magic has me.
That's right.
That old black magic
Close your eyes.
The door opened, as though being pulled by some unknown force.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Mhotep. Today I'm going to go through a flip through of this particular oracle deck, a Yogic Path by Sahara Rose, illustrated by Danielle Noel. Don't know how well you can see that. There's a lot of gold gilding on the actual box itself. I will show you in a moment. But it's an absolutely fantastic deck. And when I first came across this deck, I felt this pull to to get it and to start working with it and to start using it. I've had it for a little while and I haven't started working with it as of yet. But I've just been spending time cleansing, consecrating, and just meditating with all the cards in my hand. I haven't actually sat and done any kind of meditations with each of the cards individually as of yet, but hopefully today I will do. I think the whole concept of this particular deck came to me at the right time. It was about a month ago. I was going through some major shifts in life and coming to some major realizations, which I'll discuss soon enough. And it just came out to me at the right time. I put out a plea, I guess you could say, to the universe and just said, help. And this is what ended up appearing. I haven't seen a lot about this deck online as far as social media and whatnot is concerned from other people or other users or anything. So the ones that I have seen have been really helpful. I like to look at the images of particular cards and check out reviews and stuff before I make up my mind about anything. But I felt such a pull towards this deck regardless of reviews that I decided to eventually get around to getting this deck for myself. It got to a point where it was like, for about 3 days straight, I had like very mild anxiety in the pit of my stomach. And it was like, this anxiety is not gonna go away until you buy this deck. So when I eventually got this deck, the relief was really strong. And yeah, I'm just really happy to finally have this deck in my hand. It's great. This deck holds 54 cards. And it also has a guidebook. From what I understand, you can also just get the deck as well. This is like the edition with the guidebook included. So yeah, let's get straight into it. The cards in here are really thick. So the cardstock itself is really good. I don't know what the GSM would be, but it's very nice. I'll give you an idea. They're very thick. And then when you look at the cards from the side, you can pretty much see each card individually. That's how thick it is. I can't really convey it. I don't know how best to convey it in this video, but it's absolutely amazing. Ignore all the plumbing, I do apologize. We have plumbers in today. I'll try and get through this flip through as quickly as possible so I can avoid that sound, and hopefully it won't be too annoying for you. I think one thing that I'll do for fun is to try and pull out cards that have a lot to do with the 8 limbs or various yogic practices and philosophies. I'll try and pull those out. I might not get every single card out of here, but I'll put them to the side as we go along, and then it will just be a little bit of fun, something different for this particular flip through. Very first card is Ahimsa. I do love that it also has the same sort of designs with the lotus flowers here. Very similar design to the actual box itself. I just like how the design just sort of continues on in this particular card. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. So Ahimsa, non-violence. It's the first limb of the 8 limbs of yoga. So the first limb of the 8th limb of the 8 limbs is the yamas. And then this one is the very first one listed under yama, so non-violence. You've got ajna. This one's all to do with the chakras. I don't know. Oh, actually, I don't know how true this is. I'd have to look in the book. But I think the model there is Sahara Rose, the author herself. I heard that she does feature in this deck, so I'm going to be jumping out and hopefully finding her. And I also found out that one of my favourite yoga teachers, Kino McGregor, also features in this deck as well. So if I happen to come across those particular cards, I will let you guys know. So Ajna. Anahata. That's beautiful. That's also to do with the chakras. Asana. So like I said in the last video, people sign up to practice asana at the gym or at home and stuff, but they just call it yoga in the West. But it's actually the postures. Atman. Oh, that's lovely. It's one of the spiritual concepts of yoga. Bhakti. I'm sure many of you have probably heard of Bhakti yoga before. Oh, that definitely looks like Sahara Rose at the bottom. Just repeated image. I don't know how well you can see that. I can barely see my camera. But that's Sahara Rose at the bottom. I just think this is a beautiful card in general. Then you've got Bhuvaneshwari. Bear in mind, my pronunciations are not great, so I do want to put that out as a disclaimer. Brahma. It's one of his most iconic statues. It's beautiful. I love that one. Buddha. I like that one. You've got Buddhi. And then you've got, this definitely looks like Kino McGregor there. She's fantastic too. So if you're really into yoga, I would highly suggest checking out her videos or anything that she has out already. When I say that she is a passionate yogi, I mean it. She's passionate. Chinnamasta. Absolutely beautiful. I was a child when I first came across Chinnamasta as a child, but I just thought she seemed cool. I just thought the whole concept was pretty awesome. So yeah. You've got Dharana, which is one of the limbs of yoga. I like this one. Concentration. Like how it focuses on the mind, as it were. I don't know who this model is, but she's also beautiful. So that's a yogic concept there. Dharma. I don't know who this yogic person is or this model is either. But again, it's a completely beautiful card. Dhumarvati. Absolutely stunning. I love how everything is just so beautifully collaged in this deck so far. And I think that's what attracted me to the deck, because the illustrator Danielle Noel has a certain way with her art, and it just pulls me in. So I've seen so many of the decks that she's illustrated, and I just love them. Diana. Durga. Beautiful. Wow. Ganesh. He's my fave. He's pulled me through so much in life. Hanuman. I love this one. Kali. She's the boss. At least in our household anyway. Kaptha. Nice and subtle. I like this one. The sunset colours and the pinks, absolutely stunning. Karma. All about balance. Krishna. Hare Hare. I like this one a lot. It's a very popular iconography of Krishna there. I like how it all just blends in beautifully with the card. Kriya. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The time and effort it must have taken to put this deck together. I don't have the patience. Kundalini, one of my absolute favorite practices. Lakshmi, oh, this is beautiful. I love that one. Lalita Tripura Sundari, beautiful. Holy. Manipura. And my fridge. Muladhara. There's another chakra for you. Same as the previous one. Got Nimayas. So again, remembering my previous video, this is limb number 2. So this is for the self. These are personal ethics. It's a yogic concept. Ojas. I need to read a little bit more about Ayurveda. I need to revisit it so I can get really into it again, to remember what Ojas stands for. Parvati, beautiful. Wow. Pitta. I'm really falling in love with the idea of like cards that are repeated in some way. Even if the background colors are slightly different, I don't know, I just really like that concept. I just think it's really nice. Prana. Looks like a blonde lady, so it could be another of the famous yogic teachers, but again, I don't know. Beautiful though. Pranayama. This one I love. I like the way that the greens and the creams and the gold kind of all meshes together with the white. It's just stunning. I'm going to put pranayama under yogic concept. I forgot to do that. Pratyahara. Withdrawal of the senses. So as you can see, there's not much going on in the background. It's just the yogi in the center, focusing and heightening the senses. Radha. Amazing. Absolutely beautiful. Rajas. I like that. Again, I need to just get back into Ayurveda. It's been a while. Sahara. I can never say this one. Never, ever, ever say this one. So I'm just gonna say that it's beautiful and move it on. Samadhi. That's a beautiful card. Beautiful. Santosha. Oops. I think that's the only one. Yeah. These cards are pretty thick. It comes up. Should come up under yoga, but I will double check later. Sarasvati. Beautiful. Very subtle, kind of muted, but there's still some like golden tones in the background there. Sattva. That's beautiful. That's also a yogic concept. I'll discuss that one later on. Satya. That's beautiful. Shiva. It's almost like opposite colors and tones there. So you've got the purples and the blues with the universal colors in the sky, and then you've got all the oranges and yellows. It's really nice color blocking there. Sita. Beautiful. Svadaya. Very subtle, muted almost. Svadhisthira. Beautiful. Another chakra card there for you. Tamas. The tiger is just adorable. Tantra. So we're coming up to the end, guys. That's beautiful. Tapas, another Ayurvedic term. Tejas. Beautiful. Love how the blue just really makes the lighter colours here really pop. It kind of forces them forward, which is beautiful. We've got Vata. Another repeated image, this time of the author, Sahara Rose, sitting at the top there. Absolutely stunning. Vishuddha. I love how serene and blue that is. That is gorgeous. And the very last one, which is also the first limb of the 8 limbs of yoga, yamas. So these are your external ethics. That's why it's being modeled there by the repeat of the same person, to help you understand it's not just a lonely concept, it's something that you share with the world and share with other living creatures and those that have also passed. But that was my first proper flip through of that whole deck. I really love it. My goodness. I'm going to go through every single one of these cards now in my own little sort of like study session and just note down everything in my tarot and divination journal. But wow, this deck is beautiful. And like I said, there's only 54 cards in here, so you should get through it pretty quickly. Over on Sahara Rose's YouTube channel, she's also giving you one instruction wherein, I don't know if she shuffled it, I can't quite remember. But the idea is that you lay out the cards like so. They're pretty thick. These ones are new, so they're kind of still sticking together a little bit. So just pretend that this is all like beautiful and I've already done it. But the idea is that you're supposed to just sit and meditate for a moment. And I've seen this a lot with people who aren't all that familiar with divination. But the idea is that you're supposed to sit and just meditate for a moment. Work through the 8 limbs, as it were. But not all 8, just the first 7 or the first 5 or 6. And then just sort of run your hand over the top. And then when you feel ready and compelled to pull a particular card, you go for that particular card. So I'll pull this one as an example, because this one keeps jumping out at me. There's 2 here. I just want the top one. Let's see what this one is. Lalita Tripura Sundari. This beautiful goddess here. I don't know a great deal about her, so that's when I would then bring about the guidebook, find her information in this book, and then I can meditate on her for the day, the week, the month, depending on what your experience with divination and tarot is. But overall, this deck, second to none. I love it. I love, 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 love. And I'm very interested to see what else Sahara Rose is up to besides her TikToks and her podcast, which I'll have listed down below. But it's an absolutely beautiful deck. Absolutely gorgeous. So if you love yoga, you love that kind of spirituality, you want to add yogic spirituality and philosophy into your own magical practices, by all means, this is definitely a deck for you. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I will let you guys know over Twitter or in another video how the deck has been serving me a few weeks or few months from now, but I feel like everything's going to be pretty positive from this point on. Yeah. I know, baby. That's an example of pratyahara right there. Withdrawal of the senses. Just ignoring what's going on around you. The feeling to meditate hasn't left me. So regardless of all the noise happening today, I'm gonna meditate, I'm gonna have a chill day, and I'm gonna enjoy these cards. Thank you very much for watching my flip through. I hope these cards served as a nice little insight into how else you can also incorporate the yogic path into your magical practices. I just love this deck. And I guess today's going to be the first day since I've bought them that I'm going to start working with them. So we'll see how things go. Yeah. Without me saying anything else, I'll let you guys go. Have a lovely day wherever you are. Please continue the conversation down in the comment section if you can. And I will see you again soon. Imhotep.